Bruce Rivers, he's the criminal lawyer. Who is he? Bruce Rivers, he's the criminal lawyer. And who is he? Bruce Rivers, he's the criminal lawyer. And what he do? And it's gonna react to all the self-snitching.
Hi, this is Bruce Rivers. Welcome to another episode of Criminal Lawyer Reacts, where we react to drill music, we react to the various issues of the day, popular cases, and sometimes we just do stuff for fun. Want to just thank our Patreon subscribers. Thank all of our subscribers on YouTube. We're over 3.25 now, which is just amazing. I can't even believe that we're over 325,000 subscribers. Really want to appreciate all of our fans, or let our fans know that we appreciate them. And we also have merch. We've got look at our hats, and we're gonna have shirts coming up here. So keep an eye out for that. Those they're gonna be actually. I really like the design. It's pretty kind of. You guys will love it. So today, all right. This is just for fun. I haven't done any research on this. Don't know much about this. This is Satan 2.0. And I have not seen this. Sometimes I do read them a little bit beforehand. Sometimes I don't. This one I have not seen. This was Michael. He thought this would be funny, and this would be my son's idea of a joke on me, perhaps. I don't know. But we'll get into it, and let's see what we... this is official TS Satan 2.0. And I believe this is UK drill as well. So... here we go. Now, here we have, just starting off, and this guy almost looks like the Gimp from Pulp Fiction. Now, let's look at this. This is just really dark. Really, really dark. As opposed to, just kind of hanging out on a golf course with some squirt guns.
Get ready. While I cast with it. When I wedge that shank in your chest, I promise you I'ma lose control. Watch your eyes.
When I wedge that shank in your chest, I promise I'm going to lose control. Well, right off the bat, we don't have a bucolic scene on a golf course. We've got some demonic. So Satan 2.0 really fits.
Back in your coffin out blood, and it's got scores fresh like fresh on my core. Have it.
I promise you I'm going to lose control. Watch your eyes roll back and you're coughing out blood. And his guts go squish like fresh in my core. I think this sounds like something I used to read to my son before I put him to bed at night.
The deaf come watch the show. Don't try run, gonna skip the course. Cry for help where we snatch that soul. Strangle him till we turn him crow.
Okay, don't try run, can't escape the ghost. Cry for help when we snatch that soul. I guess we on the Satan theme, right? When I wedge that shank in your chair, I promise to lose control. Strangle him till we turn him crow. I suppose reference to a black crow. This is, I can see why Michael grew up disturbed.
I wedge that shank in your chest, I promise you I'ma lose control. Watch your eyes roll back and you're coughing out blood, and it's got scores fresh like fresh on my core. Have a taste of death, come watch the show. Don't try run, can't escape the ghost. Cry for help where we snatch that soul. Strangle him till we turn him crow. Don't be stupid, always ruthless. Carve out his chest, leave more than bruises. Push that.
Alright, so as you know, in the UK they really don't allow guns, but I mean, don't be stupid, always ruthless. Carve out his chest, leave more than bruises. Well, if you're gonna go all the way. Don't go big or go home. That's what I always say.
Cupid, pray to the gin, or you fucking deluded mental. I'm fucking tapped, you'd lose your shit from the fools I had. Turn a big man, no man, I shan't get.
All right. Push that chrome in his heart like Cupid. Pray to the gin, you're fucking deluded. Mental, I'm fucking tapped. So, when Michael was younger, I used to read him all kinds of really disturbing shit, and I guess that's why he is getting me back now.
Adrenaline rush will make him spaz. When I talk about the coffin and grave, just know that your time will eventually come. If you don't get smoked in the dunya, then in the graveyard, little man get burned. Your aunt, your cat, your dog, your son, they'll all get put for the things.
All right. So we don't have some wholesome guys. These are not guys that I would hang out with necessarily. These are guys I would probably take money from and probably lose their case because they seem kind of reckless. However, it makes for good theater. See, now you see these guys, if you remember, the UK doesn't have guns, and so that's what they talk about, pushing the, what does he say? Pushing the steel in like Cupid. Now, and so they use a lot of knives, and which is really more up close and personal, like I've said before. But
in the dunya, then in the graveyard, little man get burned. Your aunt, your cat, your dog, your son, they'll all get put for the things you done. I had it.
So if you don't get smoked in the dunya, then in the graveyard, little men get bunned. Your aunt, your cat, your dog, your son, they all get fucked for the things they've done. Now, I'm not a religious man necessarily. I do go to church once in a while, but this is just dark shit. It's Satan 2.0.
That Luther King, that head's got smashed and split like rum. And I don't play games when it comes to
that head's got smashed and split like rum. I don't play games when it comes to this life.
I'm trying to prepare for the day I die, get beat like drum or smoke like spice. They ain't got a speech for all of these guys. Big man,
I'm going to prepare for the day I die, get beat like a drum, or smoke like spice. So, having a reckless disregard for life is one of the things that people look at in crimes. So let's just talk about that element for a second. So, if you are a depraved son of a bitch and you do depraved things, that can be taken into account when a judge looks at you and says, okay, you chopped up the body and you smoked him, and then you did a ceremony around him, and then you mailed all the body parts to his relatives. That's some cold shit right there. Actually, I had a case just like that. And, somebody who does something like that knows they're trading their life for the life that they've taken. Because then there's nothing to do except for send that person away for the rest of their natural born life part.
Let me not lie, your own guys watching you die. Go and kill their little siblings and tear that flesh, make sure it's right.
All right, big man, you're panicked. Don't let me not lie. Your own guys watching you die, go and kill their little siblings and tear their flesh and make sure it's right. Don't you think, honestly, that you would just rather have tea with these guys and just try to talk some sense into them? Say, hey, let's have some crumpets and let's talk about flowers.
When I wedge that shank
Or
in your
not.
chest, I promise you I'ma lose control. Watch your eyes roll back and you're coughing out blood, and it's guts goes frisk like fresh from a core. Have a taste of death, come watch the show. Don't try and run, can't escape the ghost. Cry for help where we snatch that soul. Strangle him till we turn and crow. When I wedge that shank in your chest, I promise you I'ma lose control.
When I wedge that shank in your chest, I'm going to lose control. Losing control it could also be seen as diminished capacity. For example, if you have a case where you get into a fight with somebody and you just go berserk, that's depraved mind. Or you could have a situation where you don't have any clue as to what you're doing, and because you just lost it, and that would be a mental health defense. However, this seems a hell of a lot more calculated. And so he's planning on losing control, which would be premeditation.
Eyes roll back and you're coughing out blood, and it's guts go squish like flesh and we're core. Have a taste of death, come watch this show. Don't try run, can't escape the ghost. Cry for help where we snatch that soul. Strangle him till we turn him crow. How many times did I tell these kids? Rot in your grave and burn like wrist. Flick shank on the flick, put holes in wrist. Put acid on him and burn that skin.
All right, how many times did I tell these kids, rot in your grave and burn like Riz? I don't know who Riz is, but flip that shank. When I flip, put holes in Riz, pour acid on him, and burn that skin. That would be... The other thing is that sometimes there's grounds for a departure, an upward departure. And particular cruelty is one of those grounds. So if you put a hole in somebody and burn the fuck out of them with acid, well, one could argue that would be particularly cruel. So if you're sitting there in front of the judge and you've done that, well, that'd be a ground for an upward departure. Doesn't sound nice.
Blood that's attempted, click his head and neck like curse or perjure. Nothing in hell is worse, I do not run when we slap that burner. You're a big man now in this world, but in a coffin you're a fucking bitch. Let me give you a taste of death real quick. Stone that pick till he done twitch.
So, doing nothing wrong when he slapped that burner. I don't know what the burner is. Could be like a gun or whatever. But you're a big man now in this world, but in the coffin you're a fucking bitch. Let me give you a taste of death real quick. Stone that prick till he done twitch. So, stone him, I suppose, beat the piss out of him until he's twitching.
He tried fuck with a witch, turn him, slice him up like pig. Is peaking mad in the life we live. Pray 5 times, Lord, forgive my sins. Don't try run, you won't make it far. You will never see flesh coming out, but
pray for the times, Lord, forgive my sins. So, I pray for his forgiveness. That's actually the only positive thing I've seen out of this fucking video.
But whenever there's no then bake off good can praise Allah. Don't know about the pain in all the trauma. Burn him, turn his chest scripts like walk off.
Then Bake Off Good can praise to Allah. You don't know about the pain and all the trauma.
I got smoke him like sauna. Grab that kid, put him in the cooler. Flesh and guts, then love with it. Blood dripping out, can't give him a slip. Boy, these kids dip. Open him up like a fucking lid. I'm dying. And
so when he says bore these kids, dip. Basically what he's saying is bore them, like stick them, like boring a pig.
I'm sick, it's hurting. Get rid of this shit. Give the soul to the gin. This fizz makes blood turn blue like a fucking crit. All the talk and the chit and the chat, but they don't say shit when the rams get back. Trauma produced my black tail cap. I ain't prod by walk, so I won't react. If I ain't got bars, then who's got bars? No lead to the V and my rams are class. Stab that.
So, but they don't say shit when the Rams get backed. To all my producers for my blacked out cab. So he starts talking about his own rap and how great it is. I will have to say I like the sound of it. I don't like the material itself because it just seems so demonic.
Stab that pit, take a pit.
I assume because he's making a stabbing motion with that guy's face on, he's trying to diss on him. That's my guess.
And deep can't speak when you're in the graveyard. Chest shot with a dust bullseye like dart. I'ma dig up your chest, that's yellow like bar. No broken marriage, I'ma rip it apart and grab that. You put him in a car. You can try run, but you won't get far. Carve his face and call it art, or tie him up, feed him to the sharks. Big man don't run with a shotgun fart.
Tie him up and feed him to the sharks. So one of the things about feeding somebody to the sharks is that you don't have any evidence. Actually had a case where some guy had a pig farm, and if you know anything about a pig farm, you feed somebody to pigs, there's nothing left. And I say nothing, I mean nothing. Bones, hair, everything. And if you throw a dead body in a 75,000 hog farm, guess what you're going to get? A lot of hog shit, and there won't be anything for anybody to go through.
It's mad, it's fucked. Try play dead, keep digging your lungs. Rip my soul from his fucking chest, then drink his blood. How's that for lunch? You could be big, built and tough, or you cry like a bitch when we chop your tongue. Beg for help, cry to your mom, but there's no going back from the things you.
Okay, let's dissect this, shall we? Try playing dead keep digging your lungs. Rip man's soul from his fucking chest. Then drink his blood. How's that for lunch? Don't like that. You could be big, built, and tough, but you'll cry like a bitch when we chop your tongue. Cry to your mom.
Satan 2.0.
So that we thank Michael Rivers for this incredible, heart-wrenching tale of Satan 2.0. I suggest we listen to something a little more bucolic, like killing all our dead people on a golf course. I don't know. Anyway, this has just been a couple of my little observations on Satan 2.0. And again, thank you to Michael Rivers for polluting my brain with images of popping people in the chest and making them crow and whatever the fuck they do. Anyway, I do like the UK drill. I do like it. But I don't necessarily think you need to go demonic. But it is what it is. So this has been Criminal Lawyer Reacts to Satan 2.0. Again, thank you, Michael Rivers, for polluting not only my brain, but the brain of everybody listening. No, I'm kidding, of course. But so this was Satan 2.0. So if you are watching this, follow us on Instagram, follow us on Twitter. Why not? Hook up to the Patreon account and get some priority. And look for our merch. Our merch is on its way. We've got shirts and hats. And then if you guys have any ideas on what you'd like to see for merch, let us know in the comments section. We do read most of the comments. And I might have an episode coming up where we actually just read comments because I think that'd be kind of fun to... Some of them are just absolutely outrageous. So this has been Bruce Rivers, Criminal Lawyer Reacts. We'll see you next time.